Welcome to Vassiliki, where it's just after 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It's pumping windy. I'm super excited to get out there for a bit of a play. And my goal just now is just to go for a bit of a downwinder, give you a bit of a tour of our little bit of paradise and our windy spot here in Greece. Cue credits. Okay. And we're off straight from the beach here. Hey, hey, Mr. Bassett there from 2XS. Straight from the beach. This is Vassiliki. A lot of you have been asking what this spot's like, why it's windy. Where am I exactly? So this is just a little tour of the bay to show you around a bit. I just launched there from the Cosmos Hotel right the way up near Ponte end of the beach. So that's the most westerly end, or the most to windward it is. And it is super windy today. There's Ben joining in on the tail. Oh, man down. He's going to hate that he's in the video doing that. Sorry, Ben. Now, behind me is a massive mountain. And basically we need northwesterlies to hit the other side of that mountain, the west side. And then the mountain kind of acts like the back of a teaspoon in a flow of water. When it all lines up nicely, that spoon gets sucked slightly into the water and the water accelerates down the backside towards the trailing end of that spoon. That's sort of what happens here. The wind forecast you can see, I'll try and put it on the screen, around 10 to 15 knots in a northwesterly direction. It's what we're looking for. And then it blows like this. Something I reckon top 20s to 30 knots right now. Straight across the bay, down towards the harbour below me. And as it gets towards the harbour, it actually kind of drops off nicely. So even if you've gone a bit downwind by accident, it gets lighter and lighter. And you can always make your way back to the beach and walk your way back up if you do need to. The stride of pride along Vassiliki Beach. The actual bay itself, you can go miles and miles out. The wind really doesn't get any better the further out you go. So we tend to stay about 2 kilometres, maybe 3 kilometres out, as I'm just coming up to this waterworks station, or the roller disco as it's sometimes known, just up here. And the water all the way up here, as you can probably see, is pretty flat. I wouldn't say flat, it's not like glass flat water, like I used to work in Dahab in Egypt. Big shout out to the boys that are still out there. And on the point out in Baby Bay, you get absolute mirror flat water with 30 knots. This, and you can probably see, I'm starting to accelerate a bit more across the flat water here. You alright? Oh, I've just hit a log for a second. And then we start to accelerate again. And this little waterworks behind me is kind of the turnaround point, or the bear away point when that gust hits you, which is what I'm going to do. Here we go. Bearing away. There's a little safety boat just up to windward behind me there, and actually, it's probably, spin out. It's my fault. Let's get around a little jibe, let's carry on. You don't know how many people have asked me to fall in. You know what? I'm going to keep it in there. I've no idea about how many people have asked me to fall in on a jibe. Oops. Alright, I'll do it again. I'll prove I can actually windsurf soon. What was it saying? Oh yeah, Vass. It's a really safe place to windsurf. Partly because of the herd mentality of safety in numbers, I suppose. There's a lot of windsurfers out on the water out here. And with that many people, of course, there's a lot of safety boats around. I passed 3 on that first run out here from my centre and a couple other centres up and down the beach. With that many eyes, everyone keeps an eye on each other. Anyone you see down on the water, you give them a little wave and a thumbs up, and they're all good. Okay, I'm slowly working my way downwind here, because the cool thing about a lot of windy bays or lagoons like this is you've got such a mixture of conditions in that same sailing area. So you got wind where I was just then, where I do a lot of the advanced coaching that I do from a floating platform or a video platform up to windward on the flat water. And then we get further and further down here. Woo! It starts to get a lot more choppy. Yeah, it gets a lot more choppy and bump and jump style conditions as we get down on towards Club Vass, which is where I'm starting to approach just now. While I'm saying how... Whee! I wasn't expecting that one. I was looking at the camera to make sure you're still recording. While I'm saying how windy it is, I'm pretty excited today, and I should bring this up, I suppose. This is the second day on the 103 Ignite from Starboard that I'm out playing with just now. Freestyle, foil ready, foil style board. Working perfectly in this as sure as the freestyle board if I wanted to throw some shapes. Probably not with the camera on the front right now though. But handling this chop nicely. Of course, if it's like a freestyle board, you put too much pressure on the back foot, especially going upwind, it's going to spin out like I did just before that jibe. But as a general blasty board, this is just beautiful. Right, coming in down towards Club Vass Beach, you can probably tell as steady as I'm trying to keep it. The camera's a little bit all over the place as we get into the chop. Then a little flat water bit, full speed broad reach. Duck under the camera. Pretty nice. Right away switch stance. Whee! Back to regular, bring the camera in. So just down there, coming through the beach, I went downwind past Human Sports. That was right in front of Club Vass Beach, just there. Just below Club Vass, Wild Wind Dinghy Centre. Woo-hoo! So much choppier down here. I'm still trying to get downwind just to show you how much you can get, but oh, I've just hit a lull for a second. But it's kind of fun that it's such a, it's not a small sailing area, but the bay's only about a kilometre or so from one end to the other. You can have such different conditions as you go downwind a bit. So if you want the jump, if you want the bump and jump conditions, you want some of these ramps, about to hit. It's going to be a ramp in a second. Come on down this way. If you want the flat water, carb jibey stuff, head upwind that bit further. This is super stacked on a 4.2 spy, by the way, from 0.7. I definitely should have pulled on a little bit of downhaul to it. I just left it sort of mid-range setting. It's still incredibly stable. Hopefully the camera shows that, despite the chop I'm in and woo, despite the chop I'm playing in downwind. Hopefully the camera's still relatively stable and oh, that's some nice little ramps to play on around here. Woo! Vassiliki is also great for his mountain biking in the morning before it gets too windy like this. It's not too windy for biking, that's the wrong word. Before it gets windy like this. And incredible restaurants down in town as well. The bars and the restaurants down in Vass are really amazing, super hospitable and very friendly guys. Woo! Right, time to start plugging it back upwind. You probably didn't hear that on the mic. It was a big scream of excitement, someone jumping just behind me. I'm going to get one more jump to finish with, but thanks as always for joining me. This was a cheeky little ride along view at Vassiliki Beach, just showing the different possibilities if you want to take yourself on a bit of a downwinder, find some ramps down here or back upwind up towards the Cosmos. Woo! To windward where I'm based at. hope to see you out here soon. I've got a number of clinics going on throughout the summer, all bespoke and one-to-one to you guys. So come and stay with us at the Cosmos and we'll see you up here soon. Bye! Ooh, ramp. Okay.
TikTok. Should have scheduled.